This is One on One. Welcome everyone, Steve Adubato here. This is the 25th anniversary of the Charity Golf Invitational, Cohn Reznick Foundation, Cohn Reznick Cares. We're at Liberty National Golf Club in Jersey City, New Jersey. Look at this look at this shot, guys. Isn't this beautiful? I'll tell you what else is beautiful. The guy we're about to introduce. If you watch the Yes Network, you watch the Yankees, you know him. He's Admiral Joseph Maguire, President and CEO of the Special Operations Warrior Foundation. 36 years in the United States Navy, and it is our honor to be talking to you.
Thanks, Steve. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you, Admiral. For those who do not know the Special Operations Warrior Foundation, tell us, everyone, what it is. Founded in 1980?
Well, the Special Operations Warrior Foundation was founded in April of 1980, Steve, after the failure of the Iranian hostage rescue mission. The men who went in to try to rescue the hostages from the American embassy, well, that mission was a failure, and 2 of the aircraft collided in the desert. And we lost 8 men, and those men left 17 children behind. So the warriors who came out of the desert, like a lot of folks do when they have a personal tragedy, said, what do we do to honor their sacrifice? And they established a scholarship fund back then. And quite frankly, the special operation folks did not have enough money to send those children to college. So generous Americans helped bail them out. And from those 17 children to today, where we have 140 children in college, and the foundation provides total college tuition, books, fees, expenses, everything to do with the college education. In addition to that, we also provide academic assistance to every child from kindergarten through senior year in college. In the 36 years that we've been established, Steve, we've got a 94% college graduation rate, but that's not 100. So we want to do that, but we want these children, these students, these Gold Star children, to be able to go to the very best university that they can and major in something that's going to help them as a family, but also make America stronger. So we provide academic assistance to everybody from kindergarten through senior year in college. And the foundation now, thanks to the generous folks like Cohn Reznick and everybody else, we provide immediate financial assistance to our severely wounded special operators, because when the special operators are wounded, I can tell you this firsthand, the entire family's wounded. So what we try to do is have the money to have the family be with the wounded warrior in the hospital, but help out for the incidentals that are associated with pain and suffering when somebody is severely wounded. But we just couldn't do it without the generosity of folks like Cohn Reznick.
As the Admiral mentions, the Special Operations Warrior Foundation, together with the Joe Torre the Safe at Home Foundation, that Joe, who we also talked to today at this outing, the 25th annual outing of Cohn Reznick, they're the 2 charities, the Safe at Home Foundation and the Special Operations Warrior Foundation. They're the 2 beneficiaries of this terrific Cohn Reznick event. Significant dollars raised every year. And I will tell you, for those of us who are Yankee fans, you go to a Yankee game and we see that sign out in right field, the Special Operations Warrior Foundation. I'm sure a lot of people, particularly in the middle of the 7th inning when you're standing there with your hand over your heart and people recognize the service of men and women to our country, they see the sign, but they don't really understand what that logo means. What does it mean?
Well, the logo obviously was established by committee because there's an awful lot there. There's a
what does it represent?
It represents the men and women of special operations and their family. There are 67,000 men and women serving in the United States Special Operations Command. These are folks from Green Berets, Rangers, the 160th Special Operation Aviation Regiment, Marine Raiders, SEALs, but also cryptologic technicians, supply clerks, everybody. So all 67,000 people and their families are covered by the Special Operations Warrior Foundation. And today, our special operators are in Libya, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen, Nigeria, and 75 other countries every single day. And they know that if something happens to them, the Special Operation Warrior Foundation has their back. But we couldn't do what we do without the backing and the generosity of folks like the New York Yankees and folks like Cohn Reznick.
The children. I mean, one of the things, for those of us who have been part of this annual charity event that Cohn Reznick has, and I'm honored to be a part of this event and host it later on in the day. Full disclosure, I've done leadership development at Cohn Reznick for many years. They've been an underwriter of our work on public broadcasting. One of the great things is we'd rather it not be the case, rather it not be the reality, but some of the children of these special warriors, if you will, come and join us, who are in college, who have graduated from college, and they tell their stories, Admiral, and they share what these dollars have meant to them and their lives and their families.
Well, I'm happy to say, and I'm very grateful that Cohn Reznick has contributed over $725,000 to our foundation. And that has provided a lot of education for many children of the fallen, as well as the immediate financial assistance. And
what does it do for these young people, though? Because those stories are powerful. What has it really done for them?
Well, Eisenhower said that the non-commissioned officer is the United States Army. And the same thing is true in all of the services. It is our non-commissioned officers that really do the fighting and the dying. Now, I spent 36 years as a commissioned officer, and I did lose a lot of officers in the last 15 years of this campaign. But the vast majority of people who do the fighting and dying are enlisted people. And quite often, more often than not, that the children that we send to college are the first members of their family to be able to receive a college education. So it's not only a defining thing for that child and the family, but for all of America. That I think with the election that's going on right now, we all know that it's important to have an informed and educated electorate. And these children who graduate from college and go on to do something, we have doctors, lawyers, people who are TV personalities as well, who really get out and make a difference. So it gives them an opportunity to make a difference in this world, but also lets them know that there is somebody who remembers their father and honors their sacrifice. You know, we do a very good job in America to acknowledge the military and let them know that we care. When we see people in uniform, people will stop them and say, "Thank you for your service."
Is it enough? Sorry for interrupting. Is it enough, Admiral?
What's that?
Is it enough?
No. You know, I mean, to me, it's important, Steve, to say thank you. We allow them, the active duty military, to board the aircraft before the rest of us as a sign of respect and appreciation. But if you really want to say thank you for your service, say thank you to somebody who can no longer hear you because they're in Section 60 of Arlington National Cemetery, but they're a widow and their children can hear you. And when you put skin in the game and make a contribution to one of these charities and provide college education for these children, then they know that somebody really is honoring my father's sacrifice and making a difference in this world. So when I say, folks, you know, thank you for your service, I certainly appreciate that. It's important to say thank you, but actions speak louder than words. And if you want to make a difference, get involved.
Well, Admiral, not only thank you for your service, but also right now, thank you for what you are doing. Thank you for what your colleagues have been doing at the Special Operations Warrior Foundation. Thank you for joining us every year at this outing.
Well, Steve, let me say I appreciate that. And you know, after 36 years in uniform, I was fortunate to be able to send both my children to college. Not every special operator lives that long to do that. So today, although I'm no longer in uniform, I still feel like I have a covenant with the men and women of special operations. And some checks I sign very quickly, but some checks it takes me a while because I remember the father, I remember burying that man, and I remember when that young girl who I'm writing a college tuition check right now was just a young child, that you've seen her grow. And also, it's a way to remember the men that we served with. But I'm absolutely proud and honored to be doing what I'm doing. And in a small way, it's loyalty to your teammates, dead or alive. And those men and women may no longer be with us, but the Special Operations Warrior Foundation and all of us in the Special Operations community will always do the best we can to honor their service and sacrifice. But once again, we could not do it without the contributions of great Americans and folks like Cohn Reznick.
Thank you, Admiral.
You bet, buddy. Thank you, Steve.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by Hackensack Meridian Health, Hackensack University Medical Center Foundation, Valley National Bank, the New Jersey Education Association, Cohn Reznick, St. Peter's University, and by the New Jersey Office of the Insurance Fraud Prosecutor. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.